Hello and welcome to Steve Cully's Festivus of Sports, brought to you by the Studio 25 Podcast Network with Creative Outpost, executive producer David E. Warner, and my stupendous co-host, UConn legendary quarterback Shane Stafford. Great to see you,
We're here.
Shane. Yes.
Great to see you, Steve.
We're here. We're back. It's so great. I've missed you, and I'm glad we finally got it connected. We're back, back on track, baby. Ready to roll.
Let's roll.
So today is the first day that college athletes can get paid, and the history of college sports.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane that's happening. This is that they can get checks starting today.
As opposed to what?
No, I know. It's just crazy.
Cash in the past. That's what you're saying.
No. Well, I mean, I know it was more under the table.
The handshake.
Yeah, that. But yeah, they're getting paid. UConn has announced quite a few signings for the 2026 class.
Mm-hmm.
Dave and I disagreed on a few of them. My problem is, Shane, some of the kids that we're taking, like I'll give you an example. Luke Van Auken, okay? Mm-hmm. He's from Jersey.
Okay.
He had offers from Monmouth, Fordham, Brown, Dartmouth, Cornell, New Hampshire, Bryant, Rhode Island, Lehigh, Maine.
Yeah. Dave loved him, didn't he? Because he's from Jersey.
All FCS schools.
Yes.
All right.
All really intelligent FCS schools.
Yeah,
those are really good academic schools.
I worked at a great academic school. Mm-hmm. I worked at Holy Cross. I get that. That's great. All right. We signed a defensive end, Antoine Smith-Ray. Offers from Brown, Dartmouth, UMass, Georgetown, Monmouth, Akron, Morehouse, and Morgan State.
Nice. HBCUs. Love it.
No. I don't love it. And then
I know you don't, but I'm understanding where this is all going. Like, we are recruiting FCS intelligent kids.
And it goes on. We got a defensive back from Susquehanna Township in PA.
Yeah.
He had a visit to Syracuse, but his offers are from Temple, Monmouth, Buffalo, Albany, Stony Brook, and Mount St. Mary's.
Why are we even messing with this kid?
That's my point, Shane.
Right.
Why are we recruiting?
Look, Steve, this was an issue even back in our era.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. This is part of the reason why Skip Holtz wanted to bolt, because, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but not to say that we should lower our standards, but you can't tell me every basketball player that we had play at UConn was a 4.0 student. Like,
well, no.
They're not lowering the academic standards, which we shouldn't. However, we should, in order to compete and get the money that right now, we both know, Steve, this is a very, very important time for UConn football. And it could go sky high, or it could just sink to the bottom and never to the abyss. this is just something that has always been an issue as far as recruiting in the state of Connecticut, for the University of Connecticut, I should say, as far as the academic side of things. And,
Oh, so
they'd
you think
rather
it's an academic issue?
yes, they'd rather have academically everybody graduating, which we should anyway be the goal.
Which I thought, we even with Randy, we always had a top graduation rate.
Right. So we're kind of handcuffed recruiting wise because
that's what you think.
The academic
you think
standard.
It's because of the academics.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So,
you don't think it's because we can't get FBS kids. You think that we need to target kids who have stronger academics so they can stay in UConn.
That's kind of my take on it. What the higher ups, the board of trustees and different things. And again, hey, the goal should be to have 4.0 students. The goal should be to graduate every athlete that comes through your program. However, to now also be able to balance that out, we have to play. We gotta teeter that line of certain things, man. We gotta. Hey, we need the guy from fucking what's that movie in Texas, Permian, Texas.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, Friday. We need those kind of athletes.
Right.
They're not all going to be brain surgeons, okay?
Right. Exactly.
Not going to all be lit majors. Some of them are going to be criminology and criminology. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my take. I don't know if that helps the argument.
Okay, well, I'll get into it more. I forgot to mention our sponsors, Procyon Partners. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz is a proud supporter of all our podcast networks, and we appreciate him. He is awesome. We have Renell Jump running Green Street Trust International. They specialize in tax planning for businesses large and small. They offer a variety of services, but they will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes.
I might have to hit him up.
Yeah, you should listen. You should. Believe me, he's the man.
Yeah,
he's the tax master. He's been helping a lot of guys out.
Yeah.
To schedule a free consultation with him, www.greenstreettrust.com. I have to mention we have a new sponsor, Luther James Insurance, which is out of Englewood, New Jersey, and it is owned and operated by James Whitfield. For over 3 years now, James has dedicated himself to the art of financial planning, advanced insurance planning. He specializes in life insurance and retirement strategies. He helps out law enforcement achieve financial stability. His journey has been more than a career, it's a passion. He loves to help people deal with the financial pressures of retirement. Fear of the unknown is real. To contact James, you can go to his website at http://LutherJamesInsurance.com. And we thank James for coming on. We appreciate him. We have Pete Finch in the Finch Law Firm out of Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you suffered any type of personal injury, a slip and fall, a car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with your car, your wife stabbed you, Pete and the Finch firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all over the state of Connecticut. He will go to war for you to make sure you get every dollar you deserve in compensation. To contact him, whenever you're in a pinch, call Finch, and it's thefinchfirm.com. Just get in touch with him.
I love
Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by Andre Dixon. Andre is a UConn legendary running back. He trains boys and girls of all ages that play all sports. He started a new boot camp program. If you want to get in shape, every day at 6 a.m., Andre has his boot camp classes you can go to and attend. He also has an athletic development program for kids, boys and girls. They pick their sport they want to specialize in. He will train them from the ground up and make sure that they reach their potential and become the best. Andre has sent kids, boys and girls, all different sports to college on scholarship. So if you want to work with the best, regardless of the sport you play, www.dynamichumanperformance.com is Andre. And down south, we have Julius Williams, who runs the Trench Mob. They train offensive and defensive linemen.
That's down in Tampa, no?
No, he's in Decatur, Georgia. But they go to tournaments all over the country. Okay. They do 5 versus 5, offensive versus defensive linemen. Awesome. Julius, they're ranked 2nd in the country. He disputes this because they are undefeated, and he is appealing this decision. He believes they should be ranked 1st. But as I've stated, they unfortunately do not have an appeals process. So I don't know what he's going to do. He's just going to complain. So, but Julius has sent kids to Florida, Florida State, Miami, Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Clemson, just to name a few.
Can we get UConn in there?
Well, that's what what I'm going to talk to you about. So if you want to be trained by the best and you're a lineman, Julius has programs for you. Even if you aren't in the Georgia, Atlanta area, he has programs for out-of-state kids. He'll work with you every step of the way. Just go to www.battleofthetrenches.com to work with him. So Shane, that is my argument. So 2 things. This is the argument Dave and I got into. Mm-hmm. We have resources.
Yes, we do.
That can help with recruiting, and we don't use them.
Totally agree.
There's linemen that we've signed on here that I've seen that aren't even close to the level of guys that Julius has.
Yeah.
Julius, he calls up there, he'll talk to Kashif Moore, and they don't do anything. They won't even come look at his kids.
Yep.
And it blows my mind. So the argument Dave and I got into was about a wide receiver that we signed. Okay. And I need you to, you're going to have to look at the films. Okay.
Yeah. What's his name?
So his name is Quad, Quuyd, and his last name is Hendricks, Hendryx. He's a wide receiver. He's from Burlington Township, New Jersey. Okay. He caught 50 passes last season for 782 yards, 9 touchdowns. He has offers from Delaware, URI, Lafayette, Southern Miss, Monmouth, Stony Brook, and Bryant, Temple, Old Dominion. Okay, whatever. But he's also, now this is where Dave says it makes him stand out. He is a track star.
Yes.
He was part of a track team that won a state title in the 4x1.
I was just about to ask you, how fast is he?
Yeah, and he posted the top time in the 200 meter. I think he runs a 10-8, 10,
100?
10, 8, and 100. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And that's good. It's good. It's really good.
So my argument is, and I called him Jamal Lundy.
Uh-huh.
I played with Jamal Lundy. He was safety. He's a captain.
Yeah.
He coaches in Maryland.
Okay.
He had the Maryland State Player of the Year wide receiver. And this is the film I want you to pull up as well. He's on Huddle. His name is Jayden, Jayden.
Hold on, I gotta write that down because I'm watching. I'm sorry, I'm actually watching this kid Quad.
Good. Watch Quad.
Yeah, and you said the other one's Jayden.
Jayden, yep, and the last name is McDuffie. McDuffie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm kind of fascinated by this kid Quad right now.
Okay.
You're gonna hate me.
Dave said the same thing. Dave said he is fast. He returns kicks. He's a track star. He's a good athlete, and that's a great pickup for us.
I think he's undersized with his size. He's 5'11".
Yes, exactly.
You can find ways to use this guy.
Absolutely.
He's not a bad route runner. He understands space. He gets it at the high point, the football, and he's really good in space, bro.
I know he is.
And he reminds me of Tory Taylor. When he gets in the open, he and Tory Taylor run the exact same way.
Okay.
I'm pretty. I just think he's a little small. That's probably
right.
Why.
Other than that,
probably why he wasn't a big time D1 type of recruit. Plus, the guy has breakaway speed, like hands. Oh, no, maybe he doesn't. He just got caught. But I'm watching highlights.
I know that.
He's a good player, bro. He is. Is he gonna completely change the whole spectrum of UConn football? No, he's not that. But I will tell you this: it seems like he'll come and compete, and I tell you, he's shifty, he's smooth, man. Really good hands. I like it, but he's 5'11".
That's my point.
Oh, and he can dunk, though.
Yes.
I just saw him dunk.
Yes.
That's pretty cool right there.
He's 5'11". A great athlete. Listen, I'm not debating that.
Yeah.
I'm not debating that. My debate is Jayden McDuffie.
Mm-hmm. Maryland. I got to look him up.
I know. I'm just telling you, he was the Maryland State Player of the Year.
Yeah.
He had close to 2,000 yards receiving last season.
Yeah.
He's 6'4".
Oh, shit.
175. Jamal called me in February or March, because the kid wanted to go to UConn. We wanted to get him there, and we were talking about how to.
Real quick, what high school is he from? Jayden McDuffie?
He's in Maryland. I don't know the exact high school.
Okay, no problem.
But it should come up.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, just let me know.
You're good. No, I'm sure I'll find it. I'll go on Huddle. Yeah, Jayden McDuffie. I got him.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Edgewater, Maryland. Yep.
All right. So this kid, we knew he was going to blow up. At the time, he had offers from Northwestern and Temple. Okay. And we wanted to get him to UConn.
Yeah.
Jamal talked to Kashif. Kashif said, well, we really don't take freshmen. And Jamal brought him up there, drove 8 hours, brought him there to visit. He got a tour from Baylock, and he watched the spring practice, met with Kashif, didn't get to meet Mora, didn't get to meet the offensive coordinator, and left.
Yeah.
No offer. He proceeded to get offers from Syracuse, Maryland, Notre Dame, and
he's smooth too. And he's 4.
Indiana, Maryland.
That's one thing you cannot coach or teach is size.
Exactly.
Dude, this kid, if you're asking me if I had a choice, it all depends. Because here's the deal.
Now, Dave said that they play different positions.
2 different positions. Okay.
So you believe that too? Okay. Because Dave said that you believe that too. That was Dave's argument. Dave's argument was that Quad is more of a slot guy. This guy would be an X.
He's an X. Absolutely.
Like a Skylar Bell.
You can single him up backside. You can put him way out on the front side against smaller DBs. Yes, that's exactly right.
The way Dave said it, and I compared it. I said this kid's Plaxico Burress, and the other kid's more like Tyreek Hill. And
I mean, you could put it like that, I guess.
and this kid also has strong academics. He's a 3.9 GPA, and he would have gone to UConn. He wanted to go to UConn. And
are you serious? I thought he was still up in the air.
Well, no. Now he's committed now to Northwestern because we never offered him. The coaching staff came down to Jamal did say this. The coaching staff did come down after the visit to see him work out. They wanted to see him run. Yeah. He is not as fast as Quad. He ran a 4.58 in the 40. Quad is a 10.800. Which Dave says is incredible.
That's good. That's really good.
State champion in the 200 of Jersey, which is unbelievable. Yeah. And Quad is a legit 4.4 in the 40.
I believe that. But again, they're 2 different positions. Like, just watching this film.
Yeah, I get that. It's a wide receiver. If you're taking a wide receiver and you're only taking a few freshmen, are you taking Quad Hendricks, who, again, his offers are all FCS?
What are my needs? Am I settling for Quad? I don't know. I don't mean disrespect towards Quad, but what I'm telling you is this. Like, what are our needs? How many scholarships are we allotted right now this year? Like,
I'm going through transferred. Like, for the class of 2026, these are just the freshmen. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
And I'm going to say this other thing about Jaden. Jaden is lanky. He might end up being 6'6" by the time he graduates.
That's I believe that too.
And 13. He might put on he's definitely going to put on at least another 20 pounds. So you might end up with a 6'6" type Randy Moss. Randy Moss, yes, granted, he ran a 4.4. That's why he's special and the GOAT.
We signed so far. We have 16 freshmen committed.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking. I think he may be the only wide receiver that we took.
Wow. That's a freshman, huh?
Yeah, as a true freshman, this is the only wide receiver.
Somebody must know somebody in the high
Well,
school coaching staff.
and
Somebody.
you know what? God damn it, Shane, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
He went to the exact same high school as wide receiver coach Kashif Moore.
Told you. That's
Same
how
town.
it works, bro.
I can't believe that you knew that. You could tell that.
That's how it works. That's how it works. At the end of the day.
So the one wide receiver we take is from the wide receivers coach's hometown.
Exactly, bro. No disrespect. No disrespect.
No, I know, but my point is,
when we've been in it as long as we have, and like now mine was more at the NFL level where guys would get in that I knew I was better than. Hell, we went to the same workouts.
Yeah.
And they're like, damn, you got a hell of a work. Next thing you know, they're signing that quarterback. I come find out it's because their offensive coordinator went to college with
has a connection with him
or something. That's just how it works, man.
Oh my God. I just thought it was ridiculous. And my point to Dave is like, well, if we wanted to sign him now, we couldn't. And Dave believed that after the kid visited and we didn't offer, he wasn't going to come to us anyway.
Right.
Jamal said that had we offered, he would have committed. He thinks that even when they came down to see him, if they offered, he would have committed.
Yeah.
He committed to Northwestern because, number one, they were the first school to offer him. So he valued the loyalty.
Yep.
Number two,
that's pretty cool.
The academics.
Yep.
And number three, he got $50,000 to go. Jamal, and I don't know this for sure, I have to ask Burton, says that we don't pay freshmen because we bring in so many transfers. We had 40 transfers this year and 12 freshmen. He said that the money goes to the transfers, and the freshmen, they say, well, by your sophomore or junior year, if you're good,
right.
Pay.
Right. Sure. It's like a rookie contract, in anything. We put a cap on it. Granted, the cap is 0. It's an education for free. But
if you look on Twitter, David Benedict brags about fundraising for the Husky Athletic Fund. We raised $50 million.
Can I make one real quick point before I forget it? And
Please.
This is, I think it backs and verifies kind of what you're getting at too. Dude, because the academic standard at UConn, they want it high. Great. Respect.
That's what Jamal said. They love the academics at UConn.
And the thing is this McDuffie young man, the fact that he was going to remain loyal, the fact that he puts education above football because he's going to Northwestern, so he's not a dumb or an unfocused man who probably has a really good family, great parents, you know what I'm saying? And
they
could be a 4-year starter for you.
That's what I said.
How much better or more do you want out of a kid?
That's exactly what I said. I said with
the bill, but it goes back to again
Kashif having I get that
having a contact.
But my thing is, this was a UConn alumni who's a coaches him, and he was a captain. That should have some fucking value. If an alum, a captain, coaches and recommends a kid, brings them up,
it's gotta mean something. I would imagine Dave agreed with you on this. He probably, I don't know if he said
he
much,
did, but he said that they're not going to
like
do that.
15 years ago, when NUC was really balling and at its peak, and
they don't use Dave. Yep.
Dave is like, dude, I've been trying to call them. I've been trying to just hand feed them talent from everywhere.
Julius has too.
Nobody would get back to him.
And that's what drives me crazy.
Absolutely.
Is that
and
how you're disrespecting your resources, your alumni.
And Dave had literally
top talent.
He was, above Under Armour, above Adidas, above all that shit. Dave, at that point in time, had a database at NUC that you could have contacted anybody, top football player in the country. He probably had that information.
100%. That's my point. That's my point.
And that's UConn didn't want to utilize it.
That's what I don't understand.
And it was free.
I know. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand. You have Dave in Jersey, who still can give you top talent. The Jamal coaches. The kicker, Dave DeArmas, another coach.
DeArmas. Dude, I had so many guys down in the Tampa Bay area. That I knew
you could have sent.
Coach, they wanted to go somewhere. And
that's my point.
I don't know,
but okay, you take the UConn alumni thing out of it. You watch both films. Now you do agree they're different players. And it looks like we took 16 kids, but we only took one wide receiver. And it was this guy. Are you taking Quad or are you taking Jaden?
Again, I know this is the politically correct answer I'm about to give you, but in all honesty, as a quarterback, I want the guy that best fits the system. True, real talk. Like, I want whatever we're running, whatever we need. Now, Grant, what's that wide receiver that I love at UConn? The taller
Skylar
kid.
Bell. He's the stud.
Yeah. Now, he's more of what Jaden
That's what Dave said. Yes.
Exactly. So, with that being said, we may need a guy in the middle that can stir things up. And the other thing I will say about this Quad kid, he can change the game in the special teams department too now.
Correct. I agree with you.
So
Jaden's probably not going to be a special teams guy.
Man, I think it was the perfect storm for this kid to go to UConn. He had a connect. He balled out. He fits what we need potentially. I don't know what they need.
Statistically,
but
his
Skylar
numbers
Bell,
are close to Jaden.
Yeah. But Skylar Bell, though, is going to hold down that X spot. Now, granted, you
for 1 year,
two big dudes, but
Skylar Bell's got 1 year left. That's correct. I mean, he's not going to be there next year.
Right. No, I understand that, and maybe that's where then they just feel that, hey, I guess maybe they feel
we'll take 6'5", 6'5",
4'5". Hey, maybe they just feel 6'5" receivers that run 4'4", 4'5", 4'6" just are, they're not unicorns. They're around everywhere. I don't know. I like size.
That's what Jamal said, that because he was a little bit slower, 4.5, 8, closer to a 4.6.
But I'm telling you, when he's gonna he'll be a legit low 4.5 guy once he.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think that he's going to a P4 school.
Yeah.
And we had the opportunity to get a wide receiver who he's a 3.5-star recruit on Rivals.
Yeah.
Our recruits don't have stars. And
I don't get caught up in it. I don't get caught up in that shit.
I know. I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. But your evaluation, I understand it. You see it just like Dave did. They're two different types, two different players.
Yeah.
And you're going by the need, and you're going by who can do more, and the special teams component with him being a kick returner,
right,
being in the slot inside, and Dave said he could probably play safety if you needed him to.
I was just gonna say you could probably in a pinch you could put him on defense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Dave said that with Jaden, he said the only thing you could do was maybe make him a tight end if you think he's too slow, get his weight up. So you guys
absolutely.
You guys
he gets
think
up to
alike.
250, 100%. He could be a tight end, and he'll be a beast as a tight end too. With if he's tough, I don't know how tough he is. He seems tough, but he's really skinny. So I just think
he is. He's long and lanky.
Jaden right now is a one position guy, whereas
Quad can do more.
What's his name? Goyd.
Quad.
Yeah, that one.
Quad can do more for you.
Yeah, Quad. You can put him in the backfield. You can put him in the slot. You can motion him out. You can get him matched up on a linebacker. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm saying. And they both have really good hands. It's not a knock on either of them. It's just, I think the need, from what it seems like, this Quad fits that bill more so. And I don't get caught up. Think about it, Steve. I don't know what you were coming out of high school.
I didn't have stars.
Yeah, they didn't have that shit when I was coming out. And I was probably a 0. I probably didn't even have a half a star. You know what I mean? And next thing you know, I'm like one of the best to ever do it. And I don't mean to sound like that, but you know what I mean? I'm in the top 3 of every category.
You are, yes, absolutely.
So you just don't know. Like, it's all up here, bro. This is where you got to recruit. Along with the athleticism, does the kid have it up top? Does he want it? Is he hungry? Is he self-motivated? Will he go to class? Does he understand that football doesn't last forever? Is he just coming here just for the money or just for the little to knock some chicks off and have a couple seeds running around? You know what I mean? Like, that's what recruiting should break down. And if you do it that way, man, you're going to get better recruits than not, man. Like, they're all good athletes nowadays. They all get training. But what's between their ears, it's even more important today, bro. You need loyalty. You need commitment and loyalty and loyalty.
No, I agree. Because, kids leave after a year or two. And
Jamal to the green.
Jamal even said that. Jamal said that he could blow up at Northwestern and transfer after a year.
I think that might happen. But see, and that's the thing, though. I don't think that kind of kid. I don't think he does that.
Right.
I think he's there for the education. That's on one.
That's what I think too.
That's where we definitely missed out on one. They're talking about, I remember us talking about that one kid that Burton brought in, and he transferred like 3 different schools last year. Remember we were talking about that kid?
Oh my God, yes.
So if we're trying to get good kids, sometimes you sacrifice talent in order to create culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I get that.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Well, that's what we've always had at UConn. Correct. We've always had a great culture.
Correct. But my point is, this kid, and I could be completely wrong. I have never talked to the kid, Jaden McDuffie. Never talked to him. Don't know him from Adam and Eve. Although I was with Eve last night, I think. I forgot it was her. Anyway. No. My point is, though, I don't think he's a guy that would, jump ship and run. I think he's a loyal dude. I think
I do too, because that's why he picked Northwestern.
Correct.
Because they were the first.
That's the culture we're going for. We we missed out. I agree with you on that. We missed out on a good kid, but I do believe that we did get a great athlete.
Quad's going to be fine. Yeah, right.
That can, do multiple things. And on top of that, part of the reason that kid probably won't leave is because of the coach that he knows.
Because of Kashif, right?
Correct.
Because they went to the same high school, same area.
That's his reputation on the line now.
Right.
You feel me? So we're good either way there. But there are so many things, so many dynamics. People don't understand what goes in to recruiting. And the dynamics that goes into, being the head coach or a coordinator or a position coach of a college football team of young men.
People don't get it. No. Dude, and recruiting is completely changed. I get that.
You're a father to every kid.
You have to be. Yeah.
Yes.
And you have to love them up and make sure they don't leave and go in the transfer portal.
Kick them in the ass too now.
That too. Yeah. So the other thing that annoyed me, we signed.
That annoyed me. What did you get? Did you get slapped by the? What's the somebody?
Dave and I argued on the show.
Yeah, but you didn't curse yet, and I'm kind of concerned about you.
No, I cursed at him on the other show the show went. It was one of the best shows we ever had. It went for almost 2 hours, and we got close to 1,000 views already.
Nice.
But that was what we argued about, and then we argued about this kid. Okay, yeah. We signed Tom McGlinty. He is a 3-star recruit, according to Rivals, with offers from Duke, Syracuse, Notre Dame, Delaware State, Georgetown, Lafayette, Miami of Ohio, and Air Force. Okay?
Can I assume he's an offensive lineman, probably a left tackle?
No, he is a quarterback.
Oh, okay.
He's 6'6". He's 6'6", 230 pounds. Okay.
Jeez.
But UConn is taking him as a tight end.
See, that's why I said left tackle.
That pissed me off. Right.
Move on down to being a left tackle.
That annoys me. Why are we taking
a quarterback? Like Tom McGlinty, you are with your hand in the dirt, bro. Sorry.
So
you're an old, like Midwestern. You worked on the farm. You got your hands dirty.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a quarterback, and I've had to do this before. When I coached at Holy Cross, we had a 6'6" quarterback.
Yeah,
who because everyone wants a dual threat quarterback,
right?
And this kid obviously is not that. He's a drop back kid. They're taking him
6'4", 250.
Yeah, and he's 6'6", 230. Jeez. And he's committed. They're converting him to tight end. And Dave said, that's the only way we're going to get good kids like that. He said, Dave said, that's the only way we're going to get top kids like that. We have to get athletes.
Yes. And real quick, how do you spell his last name? How do you spell McGlinty's last name? McGlinchey.
Yeah. No, I didn't look at his film.
Check him out though. He's a big dude. Holy.
All right. Smokes. All right. Dude. I'll check out his film. Yeah.
No, he's from Philly. William Penn Charter. Okay, so he's been around the brothers too now.
Oh, so that's a good program.
Well, it's I mean, I don't know football wise, but they've always had good athletics down there at William Penn, the Charter.
Okay.
But what I am gonna say is, like, he's definitely around some brothers. His release is really elongated.
So
I just watched
you
one
don't
throw.
think you can play quarterback at the next level?
Say again? Kind of broke
You
up.
can play quarterback.
God damn, he can throw a deep ball.
I'm looking at his film.
Yeah, you were breaking up a little bit. I'll tell you
I'm
what,
looking at his
this
film.
kid, hey, he reminds me of Dan Orlovsky, to be honest with you.
Really?
Like, everything about him reminds me of Dan.
Of Thunder Dan.
But I will say his base is better than Dan's was
Right.
when Dan
Okay.
was his age.
God, I'm looking at him now. Jesus.
Dude.
He throws a great
Bro,
ball.
yeah. And he's not a bad athlete.
What do you think of his footwork?
Bro,
1, 2,
it's
3.
a little, like I said, his footwork is a little slow, but when you're 6'6",
Right.
but that's easy to fix. I mean, I can get him on some bands, do different training, resistant, overspeed training with him. And boy, I'll tell you what, though, what he is he has composure.
Wow, he does run well. Okay.
Yeah, he's got composure too, and he throws freaking dimes.
Right. He can make all the throws.
Bro, why are we converting him to tight end?
That's my point.
What are we doing?
That's exactly my point. I mean,
this dude needs. Hey, he might be in the starting rotation next year.
That's my point. I mean,
His
I
footwork, I'm telling you, his footwork needs to speed up a little bit, but his base is phenomenal.
Yeah,
he's a much better athlete than what you think.
Right. He's better. He's a much better athlete than the starter Joe Figiano.
Yes. Yeah, he's Joe Figiano's size, right?
He's bigger than Joe. Joe's 6'4", I think.
This kid, I don't know. I'd be interested to see what he does. Now, his footwork, I mean, just his base. I'm watching this one video at 2 minutes and 48 seconds. If I'm scouting this kid, I'm picking up that this play is going to the left.
Okay. I'm seeing it now.
If you pause it at 2 minutes and 50 seconds, you'll see that this play is going to the left. But that's just coaching, though. Like, he needs to get his toes forward. So that's how I know this play is going to the left.
Oh, okay. I see it. I just see. I just saw.
So that's how good people that scout and watch film pick up on that stuff. That was the only one that I actually had that video of. But this dude, I'm telling you, man. Granted, his team is really good, and
this is good competition.
It's fairly good competition.
Okay. But so he's obviously a good signing for us.
He's a very good sign, because I personally think they should not move him to tight end.
Right. He can play quarterback.
Bro, look at this.
That's what angered me.
Look at this. Look at 3 minutes and what the fuck seconds. Oh man, he just ran for a touchdown.
No, he can run.
My point is, the kid is better than just playing tight end.
Yeah, we don't need. I mean, we have good tight ends.
We always have good tight ends.
We have good tight ends.
We always got big white tight end. I want a big old black brother.
What was the time
I want Anthony McKinney. Do you remember him?
Yes. What was the time you said that he runs?
What's that?
What was the time on the film that you said he runs?
It was like 3:38, I think.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Somewhere around there. Oh yeah, no, it was 3:30.
Okay. perfect.
But he ran even before that. He scrambled for
a
touchdown.
Wow.
And then you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he runs through people.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's impressive for a young man. He's a man.
Jesus. Yeah, he throws on the
This
run
is a
well
good.
too.
This is actually a really good signing, bro.
I agree. But
put him
why
at
I wouldn't
quarterback.
exactly. That's my point.
Star. He's gonna break all of everybody's records. He's gonna break Dan's records. He's gonna break. Well, nobody will ever.
No, he's gonna break your records.
My efficiency record. Nobody will ever break that.
No.
For a career.
But we run the ball. But yeah, I get that. So you agree he's a good pickup?
I do.
Okay. But you also do agree that he should be a quarterback.
I think he should get a chance. Absolutely.
Okay. That's all I wanted to hear.
Yep.
All right, I gotta ask you because
to his left, when he sprints to his left, he just flicks it and it goes 20 yards.
No, he's got a strong arm. I agree. And I think that's why he had FBS offers.
Yeah.
Because of that. 100%.
Impressive.
So I just wanted to ask you, because this got a lot of press.
Okay.
WNBA, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
All right. She was number 1 in the fan voting for the WNBA All-Star game. Okay. And she's going to be a captain of one of the teams.
Okay.
In the player voting, she was ranked 9th as the guard, as 9th best guard by the players. Wow. And that was bad. And so Charles Barkley came out and made a comment, made some statements that angered people. He said, all you WNBA women need to stop being petty. Said this girl has brought you money, better travel, more eyes to the game.
Yes.
And you're hating on her. And all you're doing is hating on her. And LeBron James said the same thing. Yeah. He said the WNBA girls are just being petty and hating on her because she's so well liked by the fans, and she has, brought more eyes to the game, and the players don't like her. Yeah. And I asked Maria about this. Yeah. And Maria agreed, but Maria said that Caitlin is not. She's a great player, but as a person, she's just not likable. Yeah. She's not likable by her teammates. She comes off as whining, and players are jealous of her. Yeah. And she's been injured, so she's missed 7 games this season. And
out of how many?
They've played 16. They're 8-8.
And so it's their second year, right?
It's their second year.
Okay.
So she's missed 7 games. That's a chunk. And she still got the most votes. And Charles Barkley said they were being petty. And Dick Vitale absolutely came out. And he said that absolutely pure jealousy that the WNBA players voted Caitlin Clark the 9th best guard. Someday they will realize what she has done for all players in the WNBA. Increased salaries, sold out crowds, improved TV ratings. And that may or may not be true because they did get that new TV deal that starts next year. It's 11 years, $2.2 billion.
So they've got a lot of thoughts on this.
They got $200 million a year.
Yep.
They're going to be on Peacock, NBC, I don't think they're going to be on they're not going to be on ESPN as much. They're going to be on more of the streaming services. But obviously, a lot of people and, even the league believes it's because of Caitlin Clark. Because, anytime she plays, that's sold out, and the ratings had been higher than ever.
Right.
The WNBA, even last year with her, lost $50 million. They've never turned a profit in their existence. So Maria believes
they've never turned a profit.
Never turned a profit. The only way they survive is because the NBA owns most of the team.
Absolutely. That's how it was in arena football when the NFL loaned us.
Correct.
It's the only way we survived back during that time. So I understand that. Yes.
Correct. So what are your thoughts on this?
WNBA so they're still under the NBA's umbrella.
Yes. Every team is owned by an NBA team.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Okay.
But
that makes total sense now.
But they think that it's because Caitlin Clark. Because they have a horrible TV deal now.
Right. I'll be honest. She is so smooth and she's good. She does bring controversy. Now, here's what I'm going to start with. Okay, Steve. Number one, she's been injured a lot, correct?
7 games, yep.
Okay, 11
Which
games.
Is a chunk. 7 games.
Yeah. So when people bang you all the time and you're still young and you're still learning and your body is still maturing, I don't care if you're a man or a female.
Well, people think that they bully her. They attack her.
Learn how to take care of your body.
That's true.
She's doing that. Let me tell you something. Michael Jordan, his second year, that's why I asked you, this is her second year, right?
Right.
Michael Jordan missed 63 games due to an ankle injury.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes. He got criticized being soft because he's so athletic. And can he carry a team? Can he play a full season? Michael Jordan used to play every game of every season.
Never missed. Yes.
Never missed.
It's not like it is now.
That's my one argument already about her being soft. Okay, let's see what the future holds. Because Michael Jordan, that's why I asked how many games they already played so far this year. But Michael, 63 games out of 83, that's over half the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's
16 games and she's missed 7.
There's documentaries about that in the pool, doing pool work and doing all these different things to get back.
Yeah, he changed his body. Yes.
Yeah. Now, what I will say is this too, and this may come off controversial, but the people that know me, they know I don't mean any disrespect about this comment. The NBA and WNBA is predominantly what? Black. Correct.
Of course.
Either brown skin or
but that's another factor. That's another factor.
I'm not speaking anything other than that.
No, that's the truth.
Like Eminem coming into the rap game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Larry Bird coming in the late 70s and 80s, right?
Yeah.
White dudes coming in, white women coming into something that they don't belong in according to the Black community or the whatever community that it is. Trust me, I grew up until I was like 10, 12 years old in the middle of the hood.
You knew that environment. Yes.
So what I'm saying to you is
you earn the respect.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark is going to earn that. She just, I hope she's surrounded by people that love her. Well, I'm sure she is, but people that will always keep her upbeat and let her know she belongs at this level. Because right now what's happening is she's getting that's why I love when her teammates pick her up.
They have stuck up for her. Yes.
You know, color. And I'm not trying to make this a white or black thing. I'm not at all. But it is a factor I mean,
It is.
Let's
I
be
agree.
honest. Let's be honest.
I agree.
Let's be honest. Hey, you
I
ever heard
agree.
that? Remember that from?
Yeah.
I forget what movie that's from.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's what I'm saying, though. The fact that she's a guard and she's white, she's changing like viewership and all the attention's on her. She's being challenged. She's going through some tough times right now, missing games. She'll be all right, bro. Like, man,
But do you think the players are jealous of her?
I definitely do.
And she should not have been the 9th ranked guard.
No way.
Yeah. Maria said she agreed. Maria said she shouldn't think she's the best. She thinks she's a top 5.
No, I totally agree with that. I would even say top 4, but I don't know all the ladies' names, and I'm so
no, I don't either.
Actually, I don't even know all the guards in the men's.
I don't either.
I'm so out of it. But my point is this: once she will get the respect, and she just needs to get a little bit bigger, tough, get her body, used to that kind of stuff. She'll be fine, man.
Yeah,
I hope, because she is a hell of a talent.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is exactly what I wanted to talk with you about, and you gave me great answers, great insight about the recruiting of UConn, and I have more insight as to why we took the wide receiver we did, and why we took the tight end who was a great
quarterback /
Yeah, he should be a quarterback.
Let's say quarterback. We'll say quarterback until
yes.
We're gonna push that one.
Yeah. So I just have to again thank Ned Von Young, Fresh Fold Laundry Company down in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Love my man Ned Von Young.
Love Fresh. He has a pickup service now. So you put your clothes out, they'll come and pick them up, take them, wash, dry, fold them at lightning speed records, and you just come and pick them up. You can schedule online for your pickups. You can also schedule online. They have a subscription service, weekly or bi-weekly, and they have deals for college students. Go to their website at freshfold-laundry.com. And again, we're thanking Luther James Insurance, James Whitfield. Again, he's one of the best in financial planning, life insurance, retirement strategies. He wants you to achieve financial stability, and he knows that the financial pressures of retirement are real, and fear of the unknown is real. Check out his website. All it is lutherjamesinsurance.com. For Shane Stafford, banner episode. Great job. Great to have you back. And this has been Steve Cully's Festivus of Sports with Shane Stafford, UConn legendary quarterback, on the Studio 25 Podcast Network with Creative Outpost and executive producer David E. Warner. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and throw them back at Quad.